Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the DREAME app settings for the DREAME Aqua10 Roller AE. If you're interested in the AE, the link to it will be in the video description, where we have links to our top robot vacuum, wet dry vacuum, and cordless vacuum cleaner picks, as well as our daily vacuum deals website, so be sure to shop those links. So we're in the DREAME app right now. We got our Aqua10 roller selected. We're just going to hit that go button. And that'll take us into all of our device overview, our map, cleaning preferences, and all of our device settings. We'll just start from the top and work our way down. In the top right-hand corner, we got 3 dots. Brings up all of our settings. We have a search bar so we can search for settings. Or you can do things like your cleaning history. You'll get a nice breakdown of your cleaning history there. You can set a schedule. So you can choose when you want it to start, which days of the week you want it to repeat, what sort of cleaning task you want it to do. Custom cleaning options there. Choose your room. So very detailed scheduling. You can have multiple schedules. Then we have our carpet cleaning settings. So how do you want it to handle carpets? Do you want it to vacuum carpets? Do you want it to avoid or ignore carpets or just cross carpets? Well, we want it to vacuum. So in this case, we have our mop lift settings. Do you want it to lift the mop? Yes or no? And then do you want to clean carpets first, carpet boost, or intensive carpet cleaning? So you have those options there. So that's the carpet cleaning settings. Then we have floor cleaning settings, collision avoidance mode, clean along the floor. So depending on the floor direction and transitions, you might want to enable that for wear and tear on your floor seams. Then we have edge and corner clean settings. So here's AI-driven side reach. We can learn more about that. So you can see how it extends the side brush into corners and low clearance areas. I definitely recommend turning that on. Really clutch feature. And then same thing with AI-driven mop extend. So during a mopping task, it will swing out its mop pad when cleaning along corners and walls and tables and chair legs, just giving you better coverage when it kicks the mop pad out a little bit. And then the frequency, how often do you want it to do that? Standard, intelligent, or high? I'd leave it on high frequency myself. But again, up to you. You have the customization options. Then we have our dock settings. So do you want to mop with detergent, mop washing with detergent, auto mop washing, your mop wash settings, smart mop washing, what mop wash level do you want? So water saving, standard, or deep, and then you can adjust the water temperature. Auto mop drying, and then you got your drying modes, 4, 5, 6 hours, or mute. And auto empty, same thing, off, intelligent, or standard. And then clean the washboard base manually, so you can go and do that as well too. Nice dock settings. Language and volume settings, we have more functions, so things like matter support, do not disturb mode, resume cleaning mode, child lock, remote control, so we can drive it with our phone, device maintenance, so you can actually do water tank draining here if you need to move it, find the robot. Then we have our battery settings. You can enable off-peak charging and set a charging limit if desired. Accessory usage. This gives you a breakdown of when common parts and components need to be cleaned or replaced. So you can see that there. Things like the vacuum bag. Here's the dirty water tank. Right? Just common things. Side brush. These are just countdown timers that you can reset once you clean the filter, just so you have a nice reminder. And can check, hey, when did I do that last? What's needed? Help section, device info, and then suggestions. Then you have device sharing and firmware updates. And at the very bottom, you can delete the device. So tons of settings here. Then back on the main screen, we get a breakdown of our previous cleaning stats and current battery percentage. Then we have a little map with the pencil icon. This is all of our map editing options. So we have 2 tabs, map editing and map display. On map display, we have 2D and 3D viewing. We can rotate our map in 90-degree increments, and we can choose which things to display or not display on our map. So up to you, and you can see the cleaning preference, so that's pretty cool. And then map editing, we can rename, backup, restore, delete our map. We have our different 8 icons at the bottom, so we can adjust the cleaning order. We can add furniture. We can add thresholds and ramps. So you can see that right here, passable or impassable thresholds. Then we have room partitions, so we can merge, divide, hide, and rename rooms. Then we have our no-go zones and virtual walls, so we can do no-go zones where it won't vacuum or mop in that area. We have no mop zones where it will still vacuum, but it won't mop in that area. And then virtual walls, you can just add lines throughout your house. Floor material, so we can select that, and then we can choose our floor material here after we choose a room. And you'll see the different options that we have. Tile floor, floor horizontal, floor vertical, or other. So if it gets it wrong and you want to configure that, you have a couple options there. And then we have our carpet settings. So for here, we can choose to add carpet, right? Rounded carpet, square carpet, single carpet, or fitted carpet. So you just choose to add carpet to the whole room. And then there's different carpet types. So you can adjust by thickness. Pretty cool. So there you go. And tassel style. So very cool carpet settings for you. And then we have curtain settings. And then we have curtain settings. So for here, shows you how to use curtains. Basically, depending on your curtains and where they fall, you may be able to have the vacuum go underneath them. So you could basically label like safe curtains for it to attempt to try to clean that area. That's going to be that orange squiggly line. And then back up towards the top, under map display, above the delete icon, it says map management, so we can select that. And this is where we can do different house type options. So if we change it to multi-floor, well, now with multi-floor selected, guess what we can do? We can add multiple maps. Hit create map at the bottom, and it gives you two different mapping options. Basically, you can clean a map or just do a fast map, which is really nice. And then we have this map switching. Do you want it to intelligently recognize which map and floor it's on, or do you want to manually switch every time? So that's our map settings there. Below that, on our map, you can see to the left-hand side, we got our vacuum and mop selected. So we have a custom and a clean genius option. So clean genius is going to be hands-free, let AI do all the work. Custom, you can pick and choose how you want it to clean. Vacuum only, vacuum and mop, mop after vacuuming. Or you can customize for each individual room. You can build it out. Maybe you want, stronger suction in the family room or by the dog's bowl or the cat's litter box. You want lighter suction in the kitchen. You want, wetter mopping. You can do all that there. So pick and choose which one you want. Let me show you for the mop. You can adjust the wetness, mop pressure, mop wash frequency, by time or by room or by area. You also have your route options, quick, standard, intensive, or deep. And then those change, like for vacuum only, you have 5 different suction levels, and then 2 route options. Vacuum and mop, you have a combination, 4 suction levels, mop wetness, mop pressure, and then 2 route options. So very nice cleaning customization options there for vacuuming and mopping and by room. So below that, we have 3 tabs. We have the zone tab. This is specified cleaning for a particular area. You can add multiple zones and clean each zone up to 3 times, right? So that's pretty neat. We can do all, we can clean everywhere, or we can clean by room. So just pick and choose which rooms you want cleaned, how many times, and then there's water stain cleaning you can enable or disable as well. So pretty sweet. And then down the bottom left hand, all the way down at the bottom is that clean button. So go out and start cleaning those rooms. Right hand bottom corner, we have our dock information showing you that there's no clean water in the tank right now. Use water tank's good. Dust bag's good. So we can do some quick tasks here. Auto empty, wash mop, or dry mop. At the very bottom, we can go back to all the dock settings we previously already found when we were looking at the device settings. So overall, it's a very feature-rich app with tons of settings and customization. It just takes a little while to get familiar with everything and to read and learn about which settings you may or may not want on in your environment. There's no right or wrong answer. It's what works best for your home.